Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Big news this week. We have a new guest in the house.
Yeah.
It's your son.
Yeah. It's your son, too.
I know. Your last podcast we did, you were pregnant, and now you are not pregnant anymore.
Yeah. I gave birth.
You gave birth, and it was pretty epic.
It was a wild ride.
When we went, and they were like, you're having your baby today. You're like, no, I'm not. No. Totally in denial. And they're
Fully
like,
in denial.
your water's going to break, and it is going to be cinematic.
We need to back up and tell the story a little better.
You tell it.
All right. So,
I thought I was all the way backed up.
No, because that morning... Okay, so it was like, 10 days before my due date?
Yeah.
And that morning we were like getting our older son ready for school, and I like start to feel like some stuff going on, but I'm like, this can't be real. This is like the Braxton Hicks stuff, because they're way too close together.
Yeah.
And I had never experienced, even though I had a kid before, we had
the emergency
but we had an emergency induction, so I have never experienced what a spontaneous labor feels like. So it was for the first one, it was 33 hours long. It was a really long, drawn out process.
Question for the viewers, 33 hours, that is a long time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a very long time.
Yeah.
Induction typically takes longer
than 33.
No. Induction takes longer. It's a longer labor process than spontaneous, as they call it.
Does it take as long as a story?
I'm gonna go take a nap.
You deserve a nap.
Thank you. So anyway, I was like, this can't be real. I have an appointment at 10:30. Let's just go to that and no big deal. Because everyone says that labor is going to be oh, you spend sleep at home and do all this stuff.
Take a while.
It takes a long time. So I was like, okay.
But also you're firmly in denial. So we get to the appointment and they're like, duh.
Yeah. They're like, okay, you are doing this today. And I was like, no, I'm not. I have to send emails. And
I can't have a baby today. I have emails to send. That was the quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, but you have enough time. Where do you live? Go home, get your bag finished, take a shower, eat some lunch, and then you can head on over leisurely.
And what was crazy is we did all of those things. We headed home. I picked up lunch, but it was something was off. It was not leisurely in any way. It was let's get this done because we got to get out of here.
By the time we took the subway home, it takes 30 minutes. And
I took a photo of you on the subway.
Yeah. And by the time we get to our house, I'm like, this is it's getting worse. But I was still in denial.
Yeah.
Cause I was they said I have hours. So in denial, yeah. By the time I get upstairs, I'm falling on the floor every time there's a contraction.
Yeah, I'm moving you room to room, getting the bag together, getting you in the shower. I picked up Thai food. I ate all of my Thai food. You had 3 bites of yours.
I had 3 bites, and then I was all of a sudden I was I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. And then it was it's go time.
Yeah, we got in the cab.
And I was I have to get in a cab. I cannot walk.
And I'm sure that cab driver drove quickly. Felt like it was a long time.
Yeah, I think.
But I know he was going in and out of traffic. He knew the deal. You're screaming in the cab.
Yeah.
You're saying, "I need help. I need help. I can't do this."
Which I want to clarify because I think you were.
Oh yeah, I was like, "You can do this,"
and I was like, "No, I can't do this in a cab."
Yeah, but there was no in a cab. There was no in a cab because I can't do this. Full stop.
Yeah, but I was I can't do this here. I need help. I need to be in the hospital.
It's also hard as your partner you're grabbing my hand and you're looking me dead in the eyes and you're saying, I need help. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So I felt bad.
I know.
For that.
I know.
I tried.
Yeah.
So I closed the cab door. You're like, I need a wheelchair.
Yep.
We get up to the front.
I'm able to walk
Yes, we waddle to the front door of the hospital, the revolving door. I go inside to get the wheelchair, and I'm like, my wife is in incredibly active labor. That's what I said. Incredibly active labor. I need a wheelchair now. I just shouted it at everybody.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Nice.
And I turned around, and you were on all fours. outside of the hospital, right outside the door.
There were people around me, right?
Yes. There were several people around you.
Okay.
And I asked one of them their father's name because we were like,
I remember that, and I was like, get me inside.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, we moved you. We got you the wheelchair. But the reason that you were on all fours, I'll let you tell the story.
It's because my water broke.
Epically.
I felt like I had another contraction, and I fell on my knees, and my water broke, and I just looked up at like...
There's still a stain outside the hospital.
I know.
It's pretty epic. I've said epic twice, but it was.
The Eubank stain. Earlier in
this
the day...
This was cinematic. This was like the thing.
So when, at my appointment, she was like, the way that he's sitting... Like, it's going to be cinematic when your water breaks. It's not.
She's like, your water will break today, and it will be cinematic. And it was.
And it was, because it not only...
Huge splash.
Huge splash.
Made all fours, screaming splash. At strangers.
Yeah.
The wheelchair. The elevator stops at every single floor, all the way up to 12.
And I'm like, I'm saying, like, what floor are we on? What floor are we on? And no one is answering, so I knew it was bad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
All these men, just like one man on every floor, just got on. And they would get on, and they'd look at you. And then they'd go stand away from you, and they would get on Instagram. I'd clocked every single one of them. Oh, my God. It was 12 of them, all the way up.
I was on all their stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get into that room, and they're like, the guy's, like, piddling around.
Yeah, we, like, get to the floor, and, like, the receptionist...
He couldn't have taken longer.
Yeah. It was like, let me get some papers together. And I was like, this is happening now.
Yeah, so they move you away. Then I have to, like, sign a bunch of papers, and the guy's like... This one says, and I'm like, I'm not reading these. And I'm just like signing anything that's in front of me. I would have signed away our whole bank account.
Yeah.
I was just like scribbling. None of it's legible. I'm like, all of this is my chart. You're not, no one's using this piece of paper.
Right.
This is fake. This is a fake piece of paper.
Meanwhile, I am being pushed in the wheelchair, and they like try to take me to triage, and I like, just like, because that's what you're supposed to do is like they like try to check you and see how far along you are and everything, and I just look at them and I'm like, it's happening now. And I was like, I can't go in there, and so they like got scared and moved me to the other room.
Yeah. And then I got in there finally.
Yeah.
There's doctors all around you. You're grabbing my hand, you're screaming directly into my face, which was really great.
I mean, I had fully intended to get an epidural.
No, there wasn't any time.
And there was no time.
This is so much different than the 33-hour epic. This was like 20. I have the Uber receipt. 24 minutes from when I closed the cab door to was the birth of the child. 24 minutes later. So all this happens in 24 minutes. There's two big pushes. You're screaming in my face.
Yeah.
We're like an inch apart. And he comes out.
Yeah, and it was done.
And it was done.
It's like, great.
It was wild.
It was wild. So different.
So different.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's new in the podcast.
Yeah. So now we have a kid, and he's so easy.
He is. He's still asleep. He's always asleep. He's asleep so much to where I'm like, is he sick?
Right.
And then the doctor's like, no, he's not sick. And I'm like, cool. Great.
But like, I have been forgetting that he's here sometimes.
I forget that he's here. Your second kid is so less precious.
I guess, yeah.
Like, I find him precious, but, like, I treat him in a less precious manner. I forget he's around.
Yeah.
I've been using his head to turn on light switches. You know, just kind of, like, stuffing him into clothes. I'm not as, like, I'm being gentle. I'm very active.
You've been very gentle, yeah.
But I just mean, like, cramming him into stuff. Like, I'm not afraid of breaking him in the same way that I was afraid of breaking the first one.
Yeah, we just didn't know what we were doing then.
No.
And
but I probably should stop using his head to turn on light switches.
Probably.
I'll use my elbows instead. But we got these like click lights, like the dimmers I put in, which are very nice, very handy.
Very handy.
And so, like, you know, just use the baby.
Yeah, or you
put
can
him
use
on the changing pad.
Handy hand.
My hand.
Yeah.
But I'm holding the baby with my hand, and his head is right there.
I know.
Well.
Anyway, that's why. What was I going to say? My mind just blanked.
Well, yeah, but you haven't been sleeping. I haven't been sleeping either.
Yeah.
My watch was like so lame. I got this new watch, which is great. Thank you, Gracie. Apple Watch. But it tells you about your sleep. And my sleep last night was like 7 hours. And I was like, great, 7 hours. But I went to bed at 7:45.
Yeah.
And I was up for about 2 hours in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's not great. That's not great sleep.
The other night I had 4 hours and 8 minutes. And I was like, oh, if I just had 4 hours and 9 minutes, I would be very well rested.
I was in that bed at 7:45.
Yeah, I know. I was in at like 8:30.
I had to be.
Yeah.
I had to be. I was dying yesterday. And we were trying to do fun stuff with our older one. And like we went out and he saw like somebody like playing football at the playground and then got distracted and then peed his pants on the slide and then you had to come and like bring shorts because he didn't want to leave. And so we talked about his accident and I'm being a nice, good dad, but also like we're so far from home and you only have your little bicycle. I'm not going to make you ride your bicycle home in pee pants.
Yeah.
So it was tough.
We did it the right way, but. Yeah.
Now he saw somebody use a football yesterday, throw a football. And now he wants a shirt with a football on it. That's how easy it is for him.
Yeah.
It's great. I love how much he loves stuff.
He does love stuff. He's super into Spider-Man right now.
Spider-Man's big. But the little Spider-Man. The little ones.
Spidey and his amazing friends.
I always try to start him off on like the biggest thing. Like he's already watched Lord of the Rings in full. Maybe not great. It. But he was like, I like
just the fellowship.
He was like, I like Spider-Man now. And I was like, okay, great. So I put on like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Which has like an hour and a half of exposition.
Yeah. And he was like, this is
like, I don't want this one. To watch these.
So we watched the little kid one and it turns out it's not like brain rot, which is good.
Yeah.
I was always afraid that like stuff made for 3-year-olds is like garbage. And a lot of it is, which.
Yeah, it's definitely not like calm TV.
No, but this is not that bad.
But it's not that bad.
I like that one.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be. And there is a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
So. Yeah, but now maybe I need to get a football.
Okay.
He's not great at like catching stuff yet.
No.
He's kind of.
We'll go to Five Below. We'll get like a little Nerf ball.
Yeah. Are you good at? You're decent at catching stuff.
I am decent at catching stuff. I can catch things
occasionally, but you get very nervous when I throw things at you, especially if I don't give you like ample warning.
I know. I need like emotional prep time.
Yes, it's not even like, hey, I'm going to toss this to you. It's like, hey, I'm going to toss this to you, and you will be safe.
Yeah, and like I need to be like, okay, I can do this. I'm gonna like get in position. I'm gonna have my hands ready. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big wind up.
Have I ever told you about the time I caught a football?
No.
In gym class.
The time you caught a football.
Yeah.
This implies that it's happened so few times that you have not.
Yeah, the time.
Okay.
This was in middle school, and it was gym class, and you know that I hate gym class.
Yeah.
And we were in our football unit, and I was like the last picked, and I was like, because I'm not doing this. And like all the boys were so excited because it was football time, and I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not going to participate. I'm going to stand to the side. And at one point, they were so mad at me. They were so mad at me.
The boys?
Yeah. Because someone had to pick me, and they were like, and she's not playing. And it's like, yeah, because I'm going to make you guys worse. Like, I'm just going to stand to the side, and you'll be fine. Like, just enjoy your little game. Just enjoy your little game. I was always so mad in gym class. Yeah. I was always just pissed. Sorry, this cough will not go away. But they, at one point it was like only me, and someone threw it, and like out of like just like sheer protection of myself, I was like, and I like caught it. I like caught it in my hands.
It was like a hush over the middle school.
And like everybody like erupted, and then I was just like, I don't know what to do with this, and I just like held it for a while until someone got it from me.
Wow.
But I caught it.
Congrats.
Yeah. But it was cinematic.
That's great. I love that. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I still remember it, and I'm still pissed.
About having to do gym class?
Yes.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to do that.
And you had to change clothes, too.
I had to change clothes? Awful. Mm-hmm. Did you have uniforms?
For gym?
For gym?
Yeah, it was a gray t-shirt with, like, black shorts.
Okay, ours was, like a green t-shirt and yellow shorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty basic gym stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something else that you wanted to tell me about on the podcast.
Oh, well, I spotted some trash on the street.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Thank you for saying that.
It reminded me of you. No, it was a Dunkaroo container.
Oh, yeah, Dunkaroos.
And I hadn't thought about Dunkaroos in a really long time until yesterday when I was like served some millennial thing where it was like, make your own Dunkaroos, millennials, like and how to make the icing and little like graham cracker things. So I just wanted to tell you about how I saw some trash.
That's it?
Well, I was just thinking about the like.
I was by you when you saw this trash, and you said, "I got to save this for the podcast."
No, I wanted to talk about.
You forgot.
No,
Just
I
admit
didn't.
it.
No, I didn't. I'm getting to it. I wanted to talk about the various like snacks that were available to us.
Oh yeah.
So I was not like into Dunkaroos. I was into the it was like a little like rectangle plastic thing.
Yeah.
And it had the little like fake cheese.
And the breadsticks.
But I preferred the little saltine crackers.
Oh, you did?
With the little red plastic spreader.
Yeah.
That's what I preferred.
Really?
Yes.
I was a breadstick guy.
Wow.
Those were good.
And yet we make it work. Oh, I should look at the camera, not at the monitor.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
I don't think that's what stole that moment from you. I think you nailed it.
Thank you.
I like, the breadstick, the little breadstick cup is great.
I liked. Okay, you want to know why? I'm going to tell you for
you'd,
real.
like be able to like get every single ounce of the cheese out.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't just use your finger. That was too trash for you.
I was high class.
I guess so. Dunkaroos never really had that. Gushers never really had that.
Hated Gushers. Everyone was like wild for Gushers.
Remember
I hated
Mondo?
them. Yeah.
Had a few of those. How about Squeeze It?
Sorry. I remember Squeeze It.
That's just like chunky fruit juice.
Wait, which one was the one that had like the little like thing on top that you snap off?
All of these.
Okay. All of them.
All of them.
Okay.
Came in a plastic. But Squeeze It was one that was like, it wasn't really liquid.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. It was gel.
And you would go out and you'd play in the...
That is wild.
You'd play wherever at the park, in the creeks, you
and
know.
then you just suck down your gel.
And you just hit some gel.
I loved Sips juice boxes.
I don't know what that is.
Sips, spelled SSIPS. Sips. It was lemonade, and there was also a iced tea version. But I loved Sips.
Okay.
That was my favorite.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. That was my juice box of choice.
I just remember the Kool-Aid and like the
Capri Sun.
The Capri Suns.
Love Capri Sun.
Yeah, but it is like, why do you package it that way?
Why not?
There is a better way. You don't have to do this.
I guess, but
it feels like they know that it's hard to open. They have to know. All of the research that goes in to products to sell to children, to anyone, they know it's a pain in the ass.
I do remember the like lunch aides having to just like go around table to table and open everybody's Capri Sun.
That's horrible. That's ruining someone's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so hard. School lunch is a whole other thing. Your mom recently told me a story about some woman she was to work with when she was teaching, and she's like, and she would eat 5 of those square pizzas.
What?
That's what she said. I can't even talk.
This woman ate 5 like school square pizzas?
Apparently.
Wow. I thought you were going to tell the story about how one of her like a teacher on her floor would have like a tuna sandwich every day, and then she died.
Oh, and the tuna sandwich
was left in there.
Yuck.
Yeah.
How dare she?
I know.
If you're going to die, finish your sandwich.
Exactly. Terrible stuff.
But yeah, the rectangle pizza. Do they still do the rectangle pizza?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
I don't know. A lot has changed with like
school lunch.
School lunch.
Yeah, a lot has changed. We'll find out in like a couple of years.
Yeah.
My voice is too raw for doing more podcasts. I think we got to shut it down.
We got to shut it down? Okay.
Because I feel like this is mean to people listening.
I know. I'm just keep coughing.
I want to feel better.
Yeah. I do too.
I'm just so tired.
Me too. We need to just rest a little bit. We need to eat something.
Rest. I don't like to rest. I like to do.
You do like to do.
I like to get stuff done.
Do the do.
I had my film festival screening.
Oh, yeah.
That went well.
Congrats. I'm glad you went.
Thank you for letting me get out of the house. I did some shows. That was good.
Yeah.
Like, we had the kid, but it's like back to business, you know? Here he is, sleeping.
He's snoozing.
He sleeps so hard. He sleeps like the dog. They both just like fall anywhere and just are out completely.
Yeah.
And we don't swaddle the dog, and we haven't needed to swaddle him.
I know. He's just like, yeah, it's cool. I don't need to swaddle. I'm
not going to scratch my face. Why would I do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't wake himself up. He sleeps like a log. He's been sleeping this entire time. And he slept through the whole setup of this.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I
don't know what to do.
I know. I will ask the doctor tomorrow, but
she's just gonna be like, enjoy it.
I think so. Yeah.
He's eating enough.
That's all we need.
So
all right, let's rest our voices.
Guys. This is the podcast this time. Sorry, it's so light, but you did get some hot football and squeeze it action.
Yeah.
Your Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.